In a remote corner of Alaska, nestled between towering mountains and vast wilderness, lies a shadowy government weapon capable of controlling the weather, manipulating minds, and triggering devastating natural disasters. A facility that has ignited imaginations and fueled rumors for decades. The High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, HAARP, is an innocuous-sounding project with a name that conceals the intrigue that surrounds it. To some, HAARP represents cutting-edge science, a place where researchers probe the mysteries of our atmosphere. To others, however, HAARP is rumored to be a secretive government weapon. So what is HAARP really? And why has it become the subject of so many mysterious claims? HAARP was initially created in 1993 as a joint project between the U.S. Air Force, Navy, and the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA. Situated in Gakona, Alaska, this research facility uses powerful high-frequency radio waves to study the ionosphere, a region of the Earth's atmosphere that plays a crucial role in long-distance communication and weather patterns. At first glance, HAARP's mission seems harmless, even noble. Scientists striving to understand how the sun's activity and the ionosphere interact, affecting everything from GPS signals to radio transmissions. But the mere combination of military involvement, advanced technology, and a remote location was enough to light the spark of suspicion. And when that suspicion caught fire, it spread fast. One of the most persistent and perhaps most unsettling rumors about HAARP is that it has the power to control the weather. Hurricanes? HAARP did it. Devastating earthquakes? HAARP's fault. Tsunamis, droughts, floods? You guessed it, blame HAARP. The theory goes that HAARP's radio wave technology is so potent that it can influence the atmosphere and even manipulate natural weather systems. Proponents of this idea claim that HAARP can create artificial weather patterns by heating sections of the ionosphere, thus causing shifts in atmospheric conditions on a global scale. From devastating storms to droughts that ruin crops, HAARP's control over the weather has been a topic of hot debate in conspiracy circles for years. Some theorists have gone as far as to claim that HAARP was responsible for Hurricane Katrina in 2005, or that it triggered earthquakes in Japan and Haiti. The idea of a government program capable of wielding such immense power is both terrifying and irresistible to the imagination. But is it true? Before we answer that, let's take a detour into a far more disturbing claim, one that involves the human mind. If you thought weather control was wild, the theories about HAARP don't stop there. Some claim that HAARP isn't just targeting the atmosphere, it's targeting us. Yes, according to certain rumors, HAARP can control human minds. The idea here is that HAARP's high-frequency radio waves, when aimed in the right direction, can penetrate human brains, subtly influencing thoughts and emotions. Whether it's making people feel anxious, depressed, or even causing sudden headaches. These theorists believe HAARP is not just a tool for atmospheric research, but also a weapon for mind control used by shadowy government forces to manipulate populations on a massive scale. Some of these claims go even further, suggesting that HAARP can project thoughts directly into people's minds, guiding their actions, altering their moods, or even erasing memories. It's the kind of science fiction you'd expect from dystopian novels or movies, but for some, it's all too real. The more outlandish variations of this theory suggest that HAARP isn't just causing individual headaches or mood swings. It's capable of mass brainwashing or even mind reading. Imagine a world where every decision you make, every feeling you experience, isn't truly yours. If you've ever had an inexplicable bad day, found yourself overwhelmed by a sudden wave of emotions, or felt as if your thoughts weren't your own, could HAARP be to blame? The anxiety surrounding the potential for unseen manipulation is deeply rooted in the fear of losing control over one's own mind. And where fear festers, theories grow. For some, HAARP is the perfect scapegoat for life's unpredictable hardships. The idea that the government or secret organizations could be using advanced technology to control populations through subtle, undetectable means has proven too compelling for conspiracy theorists to ignore. They paint a chilling picture of a future where HAARP's radio waves don't just study the sky, but infiltrate our very consciousness, shaping who we are and what we think. If HAARP can control the weather in our minds, why stop there? Theorists have also painted HAARP as a secret military weapon capable of some truly apocalyptic feats. Imagine a device that can trigger earthquakes, flip Earth's magnetic poles, or create a giant lens in the sky that focuses destructive energy on specific targets. That's the kind of power some claim HAARP wields. While it might sound like something out of a science fiction novel, people have genuinely believed that HAARP is part of a covert military operation designed to manipulate the natural world for strategic advantage. The idea that a government could cause earthquakes, for instance, has been particularly attractive to conspiracy theorists after major seismic events, such as the 2010 earthquake in Haiti or the 2011 Tohoku earthquake in Japan. The devastation in these regions fueled the theory that HAARP was being used as a form of geological warfare. And just when you think it couldn't get stranger, some claim that HAARP is being used to communicate with extraterrestrials or trap human souls. Yes, there are those who believe HAARP holds the key to everything from intergalactic communication to supernatural phenomena. Sometimes belief in these theories escalates into dangerous action. In 2016, 2 men were arrested after plotting an attack on HAARP, driven by their belief that the facility was being used for nefarious purposes, specifically trapping human souls. Convinced that they were on a mission to free these souls and stop an unimaginable evil, they planned to take matters into their own hands. This case highlights just how deeply these ideas can take root in people's minds, pushing them from simply sharing theories online to engaging in violent, real-world behavior. It's a chilling reminder of how conspiracy theories can spiral out of control. What often starts as a fringe idea shared in obscure online forums can gain momentum, especially when amplified by social media. The theories surrounding HAARP have moved well beyond academic curiosity or debate. They've permeated the broader cultural consciousness, spreading through internet communities, YouTube channels, and even mainstream media outlets that give them unintended credibility. This kind of viral spread fuels not only suspicion, but also mistrust, creating an atmosphere where real-world consequences emerge. From vandalism to violent attacks, these theories have sparked dangerous actions, fueled by the fear that HAARP is an instrument of government control or something even worse. All of this begs the question, what is HAARP actually doing? The truth about HAARP is far more mundane and much more fascinating than any of the wild theories surrounding it. At its core, HAARP is a scientific facility dedicated to studying the ionosphere, a layer of Earth's atmosphere that begins about 50 miles above the surface and plays a critical role in radio communications and space weather. The ionosphere is a region filled with charged particles, or plasma, that reacts to solar radiation. This reaction creates phenomena like the northern lights and can affect GPS systems, satellite communications, and even the performance of power grids. HAARP's powerful radio waves allow scientists to study how these charged particles interact with each other and with incoming solar energy, improving our understanding of this complex region of the atmosphere. Through experiments conducted at HAARP, researchers can simulate conditions in the ionosphere, allowing them to study plasma waves, artificial auroras, and the effects of solar storms. The findings from HAARP's experiments have applications in improving communication technologies, forecasting space weather events, and understanding how Earth's atmosphere interacts with solar activity. One of the major scientific contributions of HAARP has been in the field of space weather research. Solar flares, for example, can disrupt GPS signals and radio communications, which are vital for everything from air travel to military operations. By studying the ionosphere, HAARP helps scientists predict and mitigate the impacts of space weather on modern technology. Contrary to the outlandish claims, HAARP is not capable of controlling the weather, manipulating minds, or causing earthquakes. It simply doesn't have the power or technology to do so. The energy HAARP uses is minuscule compared to the forces of nature that govern weather and tectonic activity. And while HAARP's work in radio wave propagation is cutting edge, it's a far cry from the sinister mind control experiments some imagine. HAARP has become a lightning rod for conspiracy theories, not because of what it's actually doing, but because it exists in the shadowy space between military research and high-tech science. Add in the remote Alaskan location, complex technology, and government funding, and it's no wonder that people have let their imaginations run wild. The reality is that HAARP is a legitimate scientific research facility working to expand our understanding of the ionosphere and its effects on communication and space weather. It may not be as thrilling as weather control or mind manipulation, but the science behind HAARP has the potential to improve our lives in ways we're only beginning to understand. The next time you hear someone blaming HAARP for a hurricane, earthquake, or even a bad day, remember this. Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, but in this case, fiction has far surpassed reality. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to be notified of more stories revealing the truth behind big businesses. Leave a comment if there is a business you'd like us to investigate next.